Yo no mubaka we Muhammadi. Doberanga kusini we yagala no berango li wabo. Okoberanga bisaza mukama yali kula we jana no yigira. Ebe mukola kwira no jitekago ate sawa ya la mawani babi koli kumondi. Atengu na mi ojinoni achie. Enkomenero bweni betuse nzenyanja ziri kalira nakasozi kalisa niziwa munyenye ziri konkomoka. Olunaku lwenyini olw'enkomerero eggulu n'ensi biri kwataka n'abali mu ttaala balizukira alijamu abalungi n'atwala. Tobeeranga mule basaba kustuke kubanya oli basebo twanirize bata waife baba Kyabazinga wa Busoga. Takbir 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 ukube kwelo Allahu akbar la ilaha illallah wallahu akbar Allahu akbar walillahil hamd. Allahu akbar Allahu akbar Allahu akbar la ilaha illallah wallahu akbar Allahu akbar walillahil hamd. His Majesty the King tumwaniriza ino la taife Kyabazinga wa Busoga. Baba tusangaire webale kwida webale kuboneka ku era kusima waboneka ku eri Obusoga olwalero luno tusimya ofiku basebo mwida kusigalaga mwemereireko host sound wedatwalamu anthems سنصلي صلاة المغرب الآن بإذن الله تعالى.
Let me take this opportunity to thank Your Excellency, Ambassador of Turkey, for all your support to the people of Uganda, starting with the relationship between President Erdogan and President Museveni. We thank President Erdogan for coming for a state visit a few years ago, and since then, the relations between Uganda and Turkey have been growing from strength to strength, and I want to really, really thank you.
Takbir.
We also want to thank you for the energy from Tika. Tika is not very new in Uganda. I think it's less than 10 years old, but already they have made an impact. The schools, in colleges, the hospitals, throughout the community. So I want to thank them for the work they've done, and of course with your support. I want to thank you very much for supporting our Muslim community during the Ramadan. I think this is the first mission, foreign mission in Uganda that has supported our Muslims throughout the Ramadan. And I know that you have been able to reach the different counties and support our people to celebrate and observe the fast and the Iftar. I want to thank you so much. In particular, I want to thank you for, I'll talk about Kamuli because it's the place I represent. I want to thank you for Nawanyago Technical College. When the government built that college, it took a long time before it could be furnished. So in order to start, it was Tika that supported us with equipment to start the technical college. And since then, they've continued to work with us and move with us.
Takbir.
I want to thank you very much for that. I want to thank you for Kamuli Community College. You built a laboratory for us. And I know the young people are going to benefit from that a lot. I know you've done a lot throughout the country. So really thank you so much, Your Excellency. I'm aware that tomorrow you're supporting the blind community in Lubu. Abema yuge muligo. Encho ambassador ali kujja Lubu. Era ekyalo kire kimwe abatulu aberere. Ali kujja univa mysteries ba Busoga okubatwalira ebintu bya Eid. So yona mukyalo eyo bali kutukayo. Your Excellency, I want to thank you so much for reaching out to the vulnerable, the blind people of Lubu, where our people are going tomorrow. Baba, tubaire tulikola emirimu egiwerako nesa n'okobera nti twasobola okutongoza tourism site eya 36 n'eya 37 sabiti eweire mu kyalo ky'Emayuge ewa mama. So twambala okutongoza ebifo bibiri tuidha kujja amasaza agandi tukola ebindi.
This is Host Sounds.
Ekisinga okutusanusa baba omukolo ogwo gwonka gwatambula ensi yona yona. Sabiti yeneno High Commissioner of Nigeria yaida yankoba tabe Nigeria batubona bakoba tubali kuidha mu Uganda for a business forum, Uganda Nigeria Business Forum. Aye abantu mukabe besabenda ulo abatali mu government Busoga Kingdom olw'ekintu ekyanakani era bakoba ati badatambula nife byo bulambuzi bubana maro kuidhao bajja kuira mu Juni kuna kulwabadulizi tubatwale wagonzaga tubatwale ku St Mulumba tubatwale ku Hannington tubatwale mu ebindi byona byona nibyedi bitaba twongereko n'olwekyo tulikwenda ino okusiima watu omukisa okola ekintu ekyo. So Your Excellency has explained to the King that last week we unveiled a new site for tourism, and the people from the Federal Republic of Nigeria got attracted to what we are doing. And in May, the 6th to 8th of May, they are coming to Uganda, and they invited the kingdom, the only kingdom which is not in government, to be part of the business forum. So I was explaining to His Majesty that that's what you've done. So tulikwenda ino kubebaza nekindi bidintu baba High Commissioner Excellency ono bwetunamala alina obula bwajjo ku abantu ngabita mu Kyabazinga nole tumukubire ku takbir nwebaze baba tusangaire ino obali kutweta webali kusibula abantu baife mwebali no kumpuliriza. Chairman yakobya asabye tukola appointment babbo no mukwano gwaife kakasatu dakola appointment mu kiseera kyamangu ino chairman aide tusobola okwogera ku nsonga dali kwetaaga okumukolera ku mu Busoga muno ni mu Uganda.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. His Majesty William Wilberforce Kabula Nadiope the Fourth, King of Busoga, our esteemed host this night. Respected Honorable Rebecca Kadaga, First Deputy Prime Minister of Uganda and Minister for East African Community Affairs, His Eminence Sheikh Shaban Ramadan Mubaje, Mufti of Uganda, Honorable Joseph Muawala, Prime Minister of Busoga, Mr. Ömer Aykon, Turkish Cooperation and Coordination Agency country coordinators such as spiritual purification, tolerance, unity, and solidarity are intensified. Being here tonight and sharing this Iftar table is an embodiment that we stand with these values. I would like to thank His Majesty for his hospitality this evening and the Turkish Development Agency Tika for sponsoring this outstanding event.
Takbir.
They are the ones who have brought us all together this evening and allowed us to share the essence of Holy Ramadan. Let's give them a big applause, please. Taking this opportunity, I also would like to extend my gratitude to the Honorable First Deputy Prime Minister, Madam Kadaga, for her contribution to the enhancements of bilateral relations between our brotherly countries, and also for being with us today.
Takbir.
Ladies and gentlemen, cooperation in the field of development is an essential part of our multidimensional bilateral relations with Uganda. Turkish government institutions, Tika being the most effective and experienced one, as well as the Turkish NGOs, have been instrumental in this field. As of today, Tika has accomplished 76 projects in Uganda since the early 2000s, and it plans to complete 7 projects in the first half of 2024. I am proud to share with you that our NGOs as well have been carrying out various projects, small and big, in almost every corner of Uganda, not only during the holy month of Ramadan, but throughout the whole year, including Kingdom of Busoga. The spirit of Ramadan can be best expressed in a single word: sharing. This is what makes Ramadan a special time. Sharing is symbolized by coming together at iftar dinners with guests, relatives, neighbors, and friends. Sharing of God's gifts by rich and poor, young and old, men and women. Tika and the Turkish NGOs have been accomplishing these projects with this understanding and spirit for long. Esteemed guests, we have many challenges in the world today: terrorism, extremism, poverty, inequality, conflict over resources. But I would argue that the most serious danger facing humanity today is intolerance. We must all join hands to defeat intolerance in all its forms. We can achieve this by embracing all human beings as brothers and sisters and putting all quarrels aside. Turkey has long been vocalizing the danger posed by xenophobia, Islamophobia, and racism in the international arena. I am proud to say that March 15th has been announced by the United Nations General Assembly as International Day to Combat Islamophobia, thanks to the pioneering role of Turkey. I sincerely believe that Uganda is a good example in this respect, where people with different faiths live together in peace and harmony, as we are also demonstrating here this evening. Last year, we all were shattered by the huge loss of lives caused by the devastating earthquakes that occurred in Turkey just before the start of Holy Ramadan. Unfortunately, this year, we welcomed Ramadan with another plight. This plight is the humanitarian catastrophe in Gaza, caused by the ongoing Israeli attacks and massacres. Since the beginning of the Israeli aggression and the brutal use of force, more than 32,000 Palestinian innocent civilians have been killed, over 75,000 Palestinians were wounded, and 85% of the Gazan people have been internally displaced. It's also devastating to see hundreds of thousands of innocent civilian people in Gaza being deprived of basic needs such as food, clean water, medicine, and healthcare. Turkey sure will continue to oppose deliberate targeting, killing, torturing, and starving of civilians and children in Palestine. As I conclude my words, I would like to emphasize that it's our sacred duty to always stand by our oppressed and victimized brothers and sisters with our material and moral support. May Allah accept all our worship and prayers. Eid al-Fitr marks the end of the month-long fast of Ramadan and a few days left for it. Therefore, I wish you a blessed Eid al-Fitr filled with happiness, good health, and success.
Takbir.
Kendeesa okwebaza Your Majesty Kyabazinga ne maama waffe Kadaga olw'essanyu erya Uganda Muslim Council okulabika nti mutubeereddewo. Ono Secretary General waffe Alhaji Abbas Murubya, Secretary General Uganda Muslim Supreme Council, atole ku salaamu nga tuwayo ekirabo. Temunamuwulirako atole salaamu.
Müftü Bey kralımızı ve başbakan yardımcısına bir hediye verecek.
Ekirabo ekisookera ddala kya His Majesty Kyabazinga waffe mukubireko mu ngalo tubeebazanga Abasiraamu. Eyo tokeni kulaga nti tuli basiimu, tuli basanyufu awamu kubeera ntutambulidde wamu nga bannayuganda nga abantu ab'omusaayi ogumu. Ekirabo ekyo nno kya musaalo kyakutuulako naye nga mulungi nnyo. Mukubire mu ngalo. Kale mutole takibira Abasiraamu nammwe.
Waife Kyabazinga wa Busoga, Gavana Okuna, Mama First Deputy Prime Minister wa Uganda, Dr. Rebecca Kadaga, Your Excellency, the Ambassador of Turkey, Baba Waife, Your Eminence, Baba tusanga era okubona mu Busoga muno atoyidde nti tukwenda ino mu kitundu muno. Sebo Secretary General wa Muslim Supreme Council, nja kubuuka mukulu wange buti ayemerere wano nga katuukiro asooka Busoga. Banange abageni ba Kyabazinga mwena tusanga era okubabona basebo ne bannyabo. Tusangaalire irala Mutyama Entende Baba Kyabazinga alimu.
Takbir.
Basebo ne bannyabo omulimu gwange mwangu n'okwandula bakama bange abalangira ba Busoga. Busoga yawuumula atwala ebika byonna mu Busoga. Bangi kuimwe mwena abali wano mulina ebika. Mungane mbalage mukama w'ebika mu Busoga muno. Eisiga erindi ebifuzi mu Busoga muno ow'ekitiibwa Mafumo ono nisa abakuŋŋaanya wa Busoga ate n'asosa okutuyamba ku ntebe eyo nga mutto mu myaka aye ate nga mukulu mu birowoozo. Lata tusanga era okubona nze tidiwe n'amufuga oba oli awananka ati baba kanje. Basebo ne bannyabo ebyo n'ebyange. Your Excellency, my duty was just to introduce the chiefs and the royals and my ministers, and I have also introduced the person in charge of our clans. We have clans, and this is the man who decides whether anybody should marry the other one or not. A very important man in this region right now. I also was introducing the First Deputy Prime Minister, who is the chairman of all the Muslims in this country, including myself. So that is all. We want to thank you. We want to thank you so very much for touching our hearts, for loving us, for doing what you do for Allah, and for doing what you do for Ugandans. Please send our message to His Excellency the President, and we hope he will keep you here longer. May Allah bless you.
Allahumma ameen.
bassebo ne bannyabo tidda eyeisanu ate nikwenda okubebaza n'okusiiba mwongere okutusabira tube nti tubakulembera bulungi. Mwebale ino, mwebalire Baba Kyabazinga gana oyogereko eri abantu bo tube nti tusobola okujja.
Prime Minister wa Uganda Honorable Rebecca Litwala Kadaga Katuukiro wa Busoga n'abamyuka bo, Mufti wa Uganda, ambassador wa Turkey, abalangira ab'ensikirano n'abambedda bali wano olwaleero, regional card wa Busoga, ba district card district ez'enjawulo edda Busoga, ba ministers abali wano olwaleero okuva mu Bwakyabazinga bwa Busoga, abagenyi baife ab'endawulo mu bitiibwa byammwe na buli muntu mu kitiibwa kye, balamuyisa ino bassebo ne bannyabo. Olw'ebiseera ebigiire tiri kwenda kuva ku mulamwa gutuleese kubanga abantu basiibye ate era bweninga ku ssaawa lino ssaawa ed'okulya enkalamu, so ndijja bita mu bimpimpi. Ekisooka ndikubeebaza okuba ekitole nga bulido bwe nkibakuba nti n'olwaleero era mulaze nti mukaali ku mulamwa mulala ogwo. Mwebale ino, mwebalire irala okuba ekyokuba. Nayongera okubeebaza okuba ab'obuvunaanyizibwa ate era abantu abeesimbu ate abawulize, kubanga buli tukuba emiranga ng'Obwakyabazinga egy'endawulo mugiwuliriza era mwagita mu nkola. Mwebale ino, mwebalire irala. Nebaza Right Honorable Rebecca Litwala Kadaga olw'emirimu egy'endawulo gy'akola eri Busoga, Obwakyabazinga bwa Busoga ne Uganda okutwaliza awalala, nti n'olwaleero era yatairemu amaanyi mangi okuba nti omukolo guno gubaawo. Webale ino, webalire irala. Nayongera okwebaza embase ya Turkey ng'ebita mu Tika olw'emirimu egy'endawulo nga bwe bagyogeireko gye bagire nga bakolera Uganda Obusoga buno, n'okusingira erala abantu baife abawansi bazimbye emizikiti, bagabye ebirabo, basomeisa abaana ne projects ed'endawulo. Tusiima ino, tusiimira irala. Era tusuubira nti omukwano gwaife gwe tuzimbye twongere mu bw'amaanyi tusobole okutuusa Obusoga mu buntonje. Twenanga Obwakyabazinga bwa Busoga kalombolombo okuvayo tuli okugaba ebirabo, era ndijja bita mu bimpimpi ngaba ebirabo ebitono ku bantu baife abatukyaziiza n'abandi abatutairemu empiiya n'abandi abasoboire okubaawo. Mbendeza Idi ennungi eba enkalamu era Kibumba abawe enkabi. Busoga okuyisania n'amaani.
Abeerusi mwebale okwida, abeeruka mwebale okwida, n'abeerinda mwebale okwida. Abeebutembe mwebale okwida, oyo n'omubaka we Muhammadi. Toberanga kusine weyagala, noberanga oli wabo, ogobereranga ebisaza Mukama yaligula wejjana n'oyingira. Ebyo mukola kwira n'ogiteekako ate essaawa ya Ramadani bambikoli ku omondi. Weyita mudandini ate nkunami oginoonya ki? Enkomerero bw'eriba etuuse nze ennyanja zirikalira n'akasozi kalisanyizibwa mu nnyonyi ezirikonkomoka. Olunaku lwennyini olw'enkomerero eggulu n'ensi birikwatagana n'abali mu ttaala balizukira nyizibwa munyenyezi likonkomoka olunaku lwenyini olw'enkomerero eggulu n'ensi biri kwatagana abeerusi kimwe balokwida abeeruka mwe balokwida n'abeedinda mwe balokwida